We were just chatting here at half-time, Eamon, about, the two coaches. Who will be, of course, you want a goal, as you said, to take the lead. Who will be the happier, though, at half-time? Which dressing room?
I think Didier Deschamps will be happier because they finished strong and they created a good chance. And Belgium look as if they might have given it their best shot. Hazard is their best option, really. Not quite their only option, but in midfield, I think Liam is right, dead right. In midfield, the three French players are doing very well. Matuidi, Pogba, Griezmann coming back to help them. And they have Pavard doing good work on the right. They look more likely to create something and to be there for 90 minutes. Whereas I think Hazard is the hope for Belgium. And I don't think one person can do it. So although I tip Belgium, I don't think now. I feel
jumping ship.
I think I'd like to jump ship. I'd make France favourites at this moment.
They have no guile in the middle of the park, Belgium. Fellaini, we saw him there in possession just towards the end, not aware of who's around him, lost it easily. Dembele's been given some sloppy passes as well. Yeah. Witsel very negative, just sideways or backwards. And they're really missing a player with guile. But I'm looking at the bench and I don't think they have one, so they really depend on Hazard and De Bruyne to open this French defence up. And, I still sticking with Belgium because of Hazard. And because if they can deliver better ball at corner kicks and Company doesn't need to get involved in fouls and things like that, just go for the ball, I still think they can win it with a set piece. Belgium haven't been able to get the three boys up front in any kind of space, Richie. Like, the French have been very disciplined, and you were looking during the game at how they're sitting back, all three of you were impressed with that.
They've done that very effectively when Belgium have the ball, particularly when they're bringing it out of defence. You could just watch the French forward line drop sometimes 20 yards back into their own half, and there's very, very little space because you have a back four who are sitting deep and you've Kante and others patrolling the front of that. So Belgium in the front areas have found it very, very hard to get on the ball with any kind of space. Hazard and De Bruyne have at moments looked like a threat. Lukaku hasn't had any kind of ball where he wants it, which is at his feet running at goal. He's been getting the ball with his back to goal in very confined areas, and he's had very little impact, so they won't be happy with that aspect of it. From a defensive point of view, he's done the same thing. It's a back four with Chedley in Mounier's role. When they have the ball, he pushes on as a right winger, but in the advanced areas that he's gotten the ball, his final ball has been very poor.
Just looking at the two goalkeepers, Liam, the two shots, a couple of really good saves, Lloris and Courtois.
Lloris from Alderweireld, that was a real good save. The leg, he's so big, isn't he, Courtois, that he just got his boot in the way to stop Pavard from scoring. It's a really interesting game. I can't see who they can bring on the sub maybe to make that difference either side. I haven't seen a lot of Lamar in this tournament, but he's supposed to be a player that all the big clubs in Europe want. He's at Monaco now, so maybe he could make a difference if France needed to open Belgium up. I just hope Belgium can somehow get Hazard the ball. I think he's on form. You don't want him picking her up in his own half. You want him in the last third where he can beat people. And I think he's shown that he has the measure of Pavard on a one-on-one situation.